The world was changing. From the deserts of Arabia, an empire was rising. Persia had fallen, Syria had fallen, Egypt had fallen. Across Asia, ancient kingdoms disappeared beneath the tide of conquest. Then, their eyes turned towards Bharat. But Bharat was not waiting to be conquered, because destiny had already chosen one man. Mihira Bhoja, the emperor history almost forgot. Yet, the man who stood among the greatest rulers of the 9th centuries, alongside Dhruva, Varsha and Dharmapala, as one of India's greatest generals and empire builders. He was not born into peace, he was forged by war. Ascending the throne in 836 CE, he inherited a kingdom surrounded by enemies and transformed it into an empire. Not a kingdom, an empire stretching from the foothills of Himalayas to the mighty Narmada River, from Satluj in the northwest to the fertile plains of Bengal in the east. An empire so vast that millions live beneath a single banner, a banner that carried the Varaha, the eternal guardian of Dharma. While other kings defended borders, Mihira Bhoja defended a civilization. The Arab governors of Sindh had not abandoned their ambitions. For decades, they searched for a path deeper into India. Then came Imran ibn Musa, governor of Sindh, determined to expand Arab rule beyond its frontier. He believed Bharat was ready to fall. He was wrong. Between 833 and 842 CE, Mihira Bhoja struck back. The great fortress of Sindan was reclaimed. Arab power was driven from Kutch, their eastern ambitions shattered. Soon after, they lost much of their remaining influence across Sindh. The frontier held. The gateway to India remained closed not by chance, but by the sword of one emperor. Even those beyond India's borders could not ignore his power. The 10th century Persian chronicles Hudud al-Alam speaks of the mighty Rai of Kannauj, whose supremacy was acknowledged by many kings in India. An emperor whose army thundered across the plains with 150,000 cavalry and 800 war elephants. An army so immense that even distant lands wrote about it. Yet his greatest victory was not measured by conquered cities. It was measured by what survived. Temples continued to rise, pilgrims continued their journeys, trade flourished, learning prospered, Dharma endured. For nearly half a century, he stood watch over northern India, not merely as a king, but as its guardian. He called himself Srimad Adivaraha, the divine boar, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu who lifted the earth from darkness. His royal coins carried the image of Adivaraha, surrounded by the Sudarshana Chakra, the Gada, the Padma, the Shankha, and beneath the Lord's feet, the defeated serpent of chaos. Those were not symbols of power alone. They were a declaration. As long as Dharma stands, so shall this empire. History remembers those who invaded, but civilization survived because someone stood in their way. This is the story of the emperor who became India's shield, the warrior who broke the ambitions of the invading armies, the empire builder whose dominion stretched from Himalayas to the Narmada, the sovereign whose might echoed even in Persian chronicles, the guardian of Dharma, Mihira Bhoja, the emperor who refused to let Bharat fall.